Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
Streaming 24/7.
24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Afrika nakupenda sana. Oh, Afrika nakupenda sana.
Wow, Africa, nakupenda sana. Oh, you know, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear that song, it is me and you and my co-host, Aventina Wakamabunda. We are in the African experience, like a Bold Move Radio. Ooh, tonight we are celebrating, this is a pre-celebration of the Women's Day, that is tomorrow. But, all the month of, August, we are celebrating powerful women. Mandla, good evening, my sister.
Evening, Doc. It's another Tuesday, beautiful Tuesday. We're starting to see the sun coming out. And today we are still on that move. Yako Mother Africa at work, and we are talking to yet another powerhouse. I cannot wait.
Ooh, I even like, the theme for today, because the theme, and okay, we'll ask her why she chose the theme, but, the theme also speaks, to what we are celebrating, this month of August. We are saying the legacy lives on. We have the legacy of many people that fought for our lives, but also our guest for today, she's talking about the legacy that lives on. Oh, without any further ado, let us introduce to you our guest for tonight. We have here Sesi Deborah Shilenge Nwamona. Sesi Deborah, welcome to the African Experience.
Thank you, Dr. Sami. I actually feel honored to have been invited on this show. I heard about it, but I've never had a chance to follow it. And I feel honored. This is Sami and Manda, and thank you so much.
Yes. So we would like you to actually adjust your video a little bit so that, we can see you properly. We could see you a little bit, but we couldn't see you properly. So we'd like you to, because already there are people who are joining. We have, Dr. MABUNDA who's joining. We also have Ms. Virginia Mangani who's also joining. We would like to see you properly. Okay, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Who is Deborah Shilenge in a nutshell? Who are you?
Dr. Deborah Shilenge. It's a lady from Guyana. I grew up here in Guyana. I've got 5 siblings, one who passed away, my sister who I come after Zodwa. And I'm a mother and a grandmother of 2 beautiful girls.
Wow.
And I can say I'm an inspiring businesswoman.
Yeah. And that is why this show, it's all about that. This show is about, inspiring, other people. Who? Mandla. Usbon my sister.
Oh, wow. You know what? It's always nice talking to someone that you know from back at home. It's so nice because we are talking. I don't want to preempt a lot, Doc, but it will be interesting because, the legacy, the theme that we are talking about with the founder and whatnot, we go a long way. So it's always nice, and it makes me, feel happy to be chatting to someone like that because honestly, it makes me feel like we are really doing something as women and we are making things happen. So I cannot wait really, Doc, to hear more about his story.
And as she was talking about having her siblings and her son, and I think this legacy is the legacy that is living on. I also can't wait. I actually even had an opportunity to actually meet the family, but who, we come a long way. Mandla, as my father was a priest, and we were actually named. I think it was just a throw, away, and we grew up together. I'm really, really waiting patiently to actually hear, what she has to say, legacy that is actually living on. I'm sure with her. Well,
It's a long story, Doc. Me and her sister, we we come a long way from trying to do business together, from her catering some of my life's big events as well. So it's a long, long story. So that is why I'm so looking forward to hearing how has she carried on, as the theme of tonight is saying, the legacy lives on. I really cannot wait. And before we continue with the show, Doc, I'd like to really embrace and welcome our usual people, our supporters, people who always log in, say we see you and good evening to you too. Nases Onika Nkuna, really, we appreciate you logging in every Tuesday to listen to what we have to say. And to the bigger African Experience family, welcome, welcome, and we are happy to have you join our show today.
okay, so let's go back to the theme. Sesi Deborah, the theme of tonight is the legacy lives on. Tell us a little bit more why you actually chose the theme and what does it mean for you and your family?
Doctor, the reason why I chose this theme, the legacy goes on, is that my sister was a business woman. She was actually a big businesswoman, and her name was known all over Limpopo, actually. So when she passed away, she had a lot and lot of material that she has gathered throughout the years that she was working. So after her burial, the day that my parents left Guyana to go back in Polokwane, they sat us down and they said to us, "What are your plans with her business?" And we all looked at each other. And because Mina, I was actually one of her employees. She used to send me around if she couldn't manage to go to cater or decorate some at some events. So Anirina kutivanyana with what she was doing, and she trusted me with that. Then when my father asked us what our plans with the business, with all the materials that she has gathered throughout the years, then I took a chance, like, we'll continue with it. Yeah. And when I took the chance and said those words to my parents, I knew, Kuri, I'm making a promise that I mustn't break.
Yeah. Wow.
I was committing myself to them, Kuri. I'll make sure that business Rayena continue.
Yes, and I'm actually following you on social media, and believe you me, and the legacy is actually living on, because the things that you are doing with the business, and we'll come to that, because Mandla and I are very good at stalking people. We have been stalking you as we're preparing for this show. We harvested a lot of pictures, and we're gonna allow you to actually share with us what this business is. Maybe let's talk about that, because there might be people who don't know you. There might be people who don't even know what this business that we are talking about. What is the business all about? Maybe let's start from the name of the business. What inspired the name, and what is the business all about, which is actually living on?
The name of the business is called NGWENYA Catering and Decoration.
Okay.
Mulaleni is my dad's name.
I see.
So she named this business after my dad. And then, okay, I can just give a short explanation. Banbotala, when they think of Mulaleni, Banbotala batako how? You are not so, you don't look thin. Why or Mulaleni? Because we associate Mulaleni nakulala kamun. So
you mean that, so the Mwamlaleni I fanele.
ava hleketa ku ri Zodwa u fanele ava a larile kumbe na mina ni fanele ni va ni larile. Mara vito leri sukaka ku ri my dad lost her father 3 days before he was born. So mlala lowu i mulala luwa wa ku zila.
I see.
So that's where then his name came from, and then Zodwa decided to name her business after my dad. It was I name a business right after my dad. It was a way of honoring him for bringing us up like he did.
I see. And that actually does make sense, especially the legacy live on. Oh, that is so beautiful. Mandla?
Let me just explain something to you, Doctor and Mandla. Another thing that I forgot to mention, equally the legacy goes on. You know what happened 2 weeks after Zodwa passed away? Arna storeroom at Unity le Axina le Kensan. And believe you me, everything bent down. She lost a lot of things. She had something like 40 tables, about a lot of couches, the material, and chairs. About 600 chairs were lost. We don't know what happened with that fire. So I think after that, after 2 weeks, we felt like let us stand up, start accumulating things again the way she was doing, and then go on with her business.
Wow. Mandla, this is so I really understand why you chose, this theme, the legacy lives on, and the legacy is really living on. Whew. Yeah, so we will unpack. Mandla, I know you also want to know a little bit more about what this business is all about. What are they doing in the catering? What kind of things they do? But before I give you a chance to ask those questions, let me acknowledge some of the people that are here. We also have, Sesi Onikangu saying, good evening, family, thank you. We also have Dr. Mangani. Good evening, beautiful family of African experience. Thank you so much, Dr. Mangani, for joining. We also have, Charity Wamvuleni Mnisi Mashele. Thank you so much for joining. Makanani Chavalala is also here. She's saying Makanani here. Thank you so much. Mandla, over.
Doc, it's quite a bittersweet type of a session today that we are having, because we know the person that says Zodwa Mona, and Mina, for me, the legacy is living on through what says Deborah is doing. But maybe before we carry on with what you're currently doing now, I'm sure there's a lot of people who have very fond memories of who says Zodwa was. Do you mind to remind your listeners out there who says Zodwa was, what a bubbly personality she has, the way she was known by everyone? I mean, personally, there is no event at home where she was not part of. Sometimes she would just come, even if she wasn't doing the catering, she would just come and be around us. And that speaks to the type of person she is. Ceci, do you mind to remind the people who we are talking about here, who MABUNDA is here?
You explained her so well. Zodwa had so many names, but the one common name, most of the people abang bitanam Zodwana. And Zodwa aring Zodwana wa everybody. I'm not a people's person. I remember Lokoni celebrated my 40th birthday. Few of the people, I think it was about 20 people who were friends coming. And we had over 150 people. All those people are going to chomta. My friends were very few, not 20 avangafiki. So I'm saying this because she was a people's person.
Absolutely.
And she will show up anytime akavanu loko balava kungupfuna. Kuri one other thing lexi xi nga ni tsakisaka hi yena na sweswi loko ni n'wi hleketa i ku ri vatirhi lava a ri na vona, all the Zodwa's workers lava va nga laya, Most of them, they started this business with her.
Yeah.
And the reason why they didn't left while she was still there, but one for more than 20 years, Varnayen, it could combat the good relationship that she was having with her workers also.
Yes, yeah. Wow. I agree. I agree with you. Maybe Mandla
If
before we
Mandla, if you remember Manjay, she's our oldest person. She's still there.
Oh, wow.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe before we go for, yeah, maybe it's time for us to go for a commercial break. We'll go for a commercial break. When we come back, I also want to share my personal experiences of how I remember her, and we'll take, more of, people that are actually joining online to celebrate, this legacy that is living on. Let's go for a commercial break.
Are you ready for the ultimate dietary powerhouse? Look no further than Masana Dietitian's Nutro Boost. Our scientifically formulated low GI food is designed to give you the boost you need to fuel your body and reach your health goals. With NutriBoost, you have the flexibility to enjoy it as a high-fiber cereal or a satisfying shake. Simply mix it with water and indulge in the mouth-watering flavors that we have to offer. But that's not all. NutriBoost is packed with essential nutrients that are beneficial for your overall well-being. Enriched with 20 immune-boosting vitamins and minerals, it's a convenient and effective way to support your immune system. And here's the best part. NutriBoost is gluten-free, egg-free, and high in omega-3, making it suitable for those with dietary restrictions or allergies. Need an energy boost? NutriBoost has you covered. It's high in energy and protein, providing you with the fuel you need to power through your day. Whether it's a busy morning or an intense workout session, say goodbye to midday slumps and hello to sustained energy with NutriBoost. Try it today and experience the difference. For orders or to become a distributor, contact us on the following details.
This is the as usual, I'm with my co-host, Mandla Aventina Wakamabunda. We are celebrating the legacy that is actually living on. Our guest for tonight is Deborah Shilenge, who is talking about the legacy of her sister. I see, before we went on a short break, I also wanted to share my personal experiences. The experience that we have with Sesi Deborah, Mandla, when both my parents passed on back in Bushbuckridge, guess who was doing the catering? She came all the way from Kiani. It was so beautiful. It's like, it was so beautiful that even today, people in Bushbuckridge are actually still talking about, how beautiful that, funeral was, the catering. People were surprised that they actually had to dish, for themselves. It was a buffet where everybody was dishing for themselves. So those memories, really, really lives on. I see here, thank you so much for joining. She's saying, good evening, family. Indeed, the legacy lives on. We also have Ranzuaka Minga. Thank you so much. We have Tinswalo, Irene Matebula. Thank you so much for joining. Glad Shirinda. Thank you so much. Fano Bongweth. Thank you so much. Woo. Yeah, let me just, give you the opportunity as well to share, because it's like, we are taking over the show.
You know what? The legacy lives on, and I would like to open this opportunity to also our listeners. If you have a personal story related to how you worked together or how you were served by Mzodwana Wamlaleni, please, this is your opportunity to pay your tribute to her. You can send us a comment on the chat box, or you can send us a WhatsApp. The contact details that bold are at the bottom. It would be interesting to hear more of these success stories. Sister Deborah, you can see that people are loving what you're doing. They are attesting to what we are actually saying about the legacy living on. Take us through the services that you're currently doing. What are your offerings now?
Mandla, we still do catering for funerals like she was doing. We do unveiling, wedding, family gathering, etc. And we also do decorations for various events.
Mhm.
So we continue
Ah,
doing what she was doing actually.
And she was so professional in doing that. Personal
Yes,
story,
you know,
Doc.
it's so difficult to match her standard. I have to. It's very difficult. You know, when you have to do an event, you have to Google, you have to go to people who are masters in this because you want to match Zodwa's standards.
oh, and I think you are doing very well. Like I said, that we are following you on social media. We actually harvested a lot of pictures. I would like you know, our DJ Messi, maybe you can just show some of the pictures that we stole from her Facebook page because we thought, oh, this is really top class. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Uh, Sister Deborah, can you see that picture? What was happening there?
I can't see the pictures. I only see the picture of myself.
Okay. But anyway, okay, I'm sure the people are able to see. So this is the
Okay.
picture. There is something pink. I think it looks like it was a wedding. Yeah, I think it looks like it was a wedding. But anyway, because maybe you are joining with your phone, you might not be able to see. But this is beautiful. And I want to attest that, you know, the standard here, it's really, 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 really high. Yo, I'm so
Yeah.
surprised. Okay, let's get maybe more pictures and let's see.
Wow, I also like the touch of the Tonga fabric there. It's really very classy and it's very, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Mandla, maybe talking about the Tsonga. Why is this, Deborah? Why is it important for you to have this Tsonga touch?
Um, you know, this stronger touch, doctor, it depends with what our clients prefers. Most
Mm-hmm.
wedding celebrations are traditional,
I see.
and most of the celebrations that we decorate for, they are global celebrations. So people prefer traditional materials for decoration, and our clients choose their own theme. Mostly
Mm-hmm.
it's traditional material in different colors.
I
So
see.
we prepare we prepare according to what our clients want.
I see. So it's more like, you know,
Yes.
it's really demand driven.
Yes, meaning if we have to prepare for a vendor client, then we'll have to go for vendor client if they prefer to go the traditional way.
I see.
Wow,
I
this
think
is
what
beautiful.
okay. I see some more
And you
pictures.
see, when
Okay.
we do this traditional decoration, even the flowers are colorful because you know our Tonga people, we are bright people. So we use all those bright colors for flowers also to match
I love that.
our tradition.
I love that.
It's
Mandla,
so
what do you
beautiful.
think?
Doc, I'm reminded of this particular story, right? With with me and Zodo. So the theme was I had Googled something and I've seen something called aqua blue or Tiffany blue at the time.
Yeah.
Yay!
Mm.
She came to Johannesburg. She took me and she said, "Come, you are going to show me where this aqua Tiffany blue is." I've never
I remember
walked.
that story. I remember that story.
So talking about class, talking about a perfectionist, talking about, and I see that you have carried on where she left off, because all that I see in these pictures, it's exactly what she would do. I'm telling you, we ended up even buying drinks and having the blue food colorant to match the Tiffany. I'm telling you, that was how committed she was. So it's so beautiful. And I remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing this so that you can be inspired, so that when you leave something tangible behind, people can pick up where you left off and run with it. It's so inspiring, Doc, for me to actually be a witness of seeing someone who was committed, who was 100% vested in what she was doing, such that when she's gone, people, her family, her loved ones decide that we cannot let this go. We have to carry on with the legacy. This is so beautiful to watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. More people are joining in. I've just seen, Butisidwel Sivanda, he's saying, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. We have Faith Lorraine Record, so we can see you. Olia Chauke, we can see you. I also see Dr. Mikateko Mabunda. I say, I like the business. I mean, I like, that the business is part of history as more Africans move away from what is called, the white wedding, and rather prioritizing more African weddings. Wow, wow, this is really, really beautiful. Okay, so let's go back, because I know, based on my experience back, at home, when we had funerals, people were raving about food. So I know it's catering, but we know that it's not just catering. You also pay attention to the food. Do you have any signature dish where you say this is the dish that MABUNDA catering specializes in?
Yes, I think Mandla knows that we specialize in curry fish.
Curry fish. Yes, yes, yes.
We specialize
So,
in
Deborah,
curry
I'd
fish,
like
and
you to.
sometimes when the employees, sometimes they go and cater for some other people, because we've got so many catering companies in Guyana.
Okay,
So
hold on,
one of
hold
the
on,
person
hold
is
on,
a
hold. Okay, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
sometimes our workers, they will go and work for other people. And then this friend of mine will say, Yo, Deborah, I don't like it when these people go and work for so and so, because they take our recipes and share them with other people. Then I say to them, they can't beat the curry fish that Man Jane prepares. That one is our best. Even if someone from the business, from the company, prepares the curry fish, they can't prepare it like the way Man Jane prepares it. So that is our signature. The curry fish is our best.
Wow, wow,
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, this is so interesting, and she's so right. You would sometimes, even if there was no catering, one would call. If one is going home, one will just call, Zodwa, no, I'll pass by. Please prepare the obena that fish.
You can
Okay,
still do that,
you just
Manda.
place. You can see, I will continue doing that. I will let that legacy go on. I'm telling you, that's how beautiful it was. And dog, because I think in Nagaya, there's no one, right? So sometimes you want Meroya, she's Pasha. I wouldn't worry, because I knew Zodwan is there. She will do my Masonja and Mro, and it will be like right at home. So this was very nice. Now I need to know from you, since the legacy is carrying on, Ceci, how did you get the people that you are working with not to be discouraged? Morale, I know they love her with all their hearts, but how did you keep them going when the tough gets going? How do you boost their morale?
Mandla, I didn't struggle with boosting their morale. I've never come across people who are so committed to what they do, like the people that I'm working with. I didn't even try to encourage them to stay with me. They just love what they are doing. They are loyal, and I think they are loyal to Zodwa. And I think they think of where they are coming from with her. So I don't want to lie. I've never had a problem of uplifting their morale. Actually, they are the ones who are always encouraging me to go on. Because I
But
sometimes
I
get
think,
tired and I say to Manjane, yo, Manjane, I'm tired. Sometimes I feel like quitting. She will say, no, as long as I can still walk and work, then you won't quit. They are the ones who are
yeah.
encouraging me to go on.
I think it says a lot about Zodwa to start with, because I mean, people don't just get loyal for the sake of getting loyal. I
Yes.
think it's more like, it's reciprocal. If you take care of them, and they actually take care of her. So I think it says a lot about the kind of person that Zoda was, working with her employees. But also, it also says a lot about your personality, because it's possible that, abantu abari kahle nazo ibuka naloko ufika bakho but the fact that they are still saying that, it also says a lot about your personality as well. Wow, we thank you so much. I feel so proud, to be associated with people who care for other people, but people who are such an inspiration. I really feel, a privilege to have known Sesi Zodwa, but also to have known you and the entire family as well. And I'm saying, yes, the legacy lives on.
And you know what touches me a lot, doctor? Sometimes if we stay a week without, if we skip 1 week without working catering, Boman Jane and the other people, they'll say, let us pray. We need money. They pray for the
Yeah,
business.
yes. Wow.
They do pray
Wow,
for the
this is
business,
so
seriously
beautiful.
so. After
Wow.
working on
Oh,
Sunday, they pray before they go home. So they are
oh,
encouraging
this
me a
is
lot.
so beautiful.
Yes.
Wow, it's so inspiring. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is the African Experience. And you know what? We are going to go for a short ad break. When we come back, we are still going to reminisce. We're still going to talk more about the business. And now we need to know what future plans do they have for this business. So stay tuned, grab a glass of water, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The show again is the African Experience with myself, Mandla Aventina Wakamabunda, and I'm not alone as usual. I'm with my bubbly Dr. Shami, my mentor, and today we are doing Home Ground Advantage, and we are talking to none other than Sesi Deborah Shilenge, the one who carried on with the business of Wamlaleni. So the theme is the legacy goes on. Good people, we appreciate you joining us tonight and would like to know more and hear more about Wamleleni catering business. Ceci, what message can you give to the people who still follow you? What message can you give to the people of Guyana who continue to support you, even making the business to grow from strength to strength? What message do you have for them?
My message to the people who are still supporting us is to say thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. The other day, I was telling this lady, Ceci Bakamarivati. No, I know you are not being loyal to me, you are being loyal to Zodwa. And I really appreciate that a lot. So I know that people who are close to Zodwa, people who are friends to Zodwa, they want to see us grow. And we all, the family, really appreciate the support.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that is so great to hear. I'm looking here at Cecile Malumbe de Baloi. She's saying, you know what, keep up the good work, Deborah. Zodra is so proud of you. She's just watching with that exceptionally beautiful smile. And I know all the people who are tuned, they know the exact smile that she is smiling down at you with. So, you know what? People are still here, people are supporting you, and may you grow from strength to strength. Doc, you know what? I'm inspired. We should strive to leave a legacy, honestly.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when Deborah is talking, I see, this humbleness. She's so humble, and and Ceci Deborah, as I'm saying that, yes, people might be loyal to Ceci Zodwa, but if you were not carrying humbleness and that care, I don't think, people will continue. But I think you enable us to support because you actually, took the baton and you ran with it with that humbleness. We thank you so much. I see here there is Zandile MABUNDA who's saying also keep up the good work. I also want to go back a little bit, to the pictures that we harvested recently. I saw something blue. I know you might not be able to see it, but our listeners are going to see it. I think it was somewhere in Kanyisa.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
showstopper, Doctor. I
Okay.
really
I
still can't
can
believe
see
that I
that.
did that.
I can see that. We can see, like, these blue balloons. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh, that was a metric dance for 2023.
Yes.
And while I'm talking about the Kanyisa event, I would like to appreciate one young lady, Rulani Msisinyani, wa Bold Pearl. I think maybe Mandla knows her. You know that young lady, she's assisting me a lot. She's got style. She always like when I have an event, I'll ask her, Rulani, what can I do? I've got this event and I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. She'll come up with this brilliant event, with these brilliant ideas that I must do. So that event, it was
Yeah.
Kanyisa Education Center's farewell. Most of the ideas that are there, they came up with Rulani Msisinyane wa Bold Pearl. I really want to appreciate her also. You know,
Wow.
if you look closer to that, to those photos, you see those marquee numbers, the giant numbers. You know, she prepared those numbers for me, I think in 3 days.
Wow.
She said, Ceci,
Wow.
if you can have this will be your showstopper.
Wow.
And really, when the decoration was done, I was like, wow, we pulled it. And the
Wow.
Kanyisa staff and the learners, they were so excited about that.
I can imagine.
Even
Yeah,
their
I mean,
photos
I
look
saw
so
that.
beautiful.
Yeah, we looked at that. And I mean, talking about that, I also wanted to say to ask something about, the partnerships that you have, because when we follow you on social media, we see the beautiful things that you do, whether it's a wedding or it's a funeral, it's an unveiling. You have a lot of beautiful flowers and all that. So what I wanted to ask, are you providing that, as Mlaleni catering, or are you partnering with, other businesses that are actually beefing up, some of the things?
No, we're not partnering with anyone. With flowers, I've got a girl who's arranging flowers for the company. I buy
Okay.
flowers in Johannesburg and then they courier them. And the
Wow.
day before the event, she'll come and arrange the flowers. And she's actually the one who's doing the decoration for all our events. So she's also
Wow.
arranging the flowers. Zola took her to school for flower arrangement.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So you really invest in you. That this is really amazing. Mandla. Oh,
Yes.
I.
Sure. This is now, you know what, Doc? This now leaves a question, and this is what we strive to do on this show. What legacy are we then leaving to our viewers at home? Here's a question that I think we all need to ask ourselves from now on. Based on this show alone, I think we need to take some time and really think about the legacies that we are leaving behind in our own little corners. So now I think this for me is actually very thought provoking. This for me is forcing me to stop and think, what is it that I want to be known for when I'm gone? Will there be someone who's willing to take up where I would have left off after this talk? So this show for me is doing that. So I think that is the question that we are going to pose to our viewers out there. What legacy are we leaving?
Yeah, that is true. That Dr. Mabunda is also saying something, this bond between Deborah and Mzodwana is unbreakable. Yo, beautiful. I mean, she's like, even saying halal. I believe that. As we are talking, I feel the legacy. I feel the legacy that is actually living on for sure. Maybe one other thing that I would like to ask you, where do you see Mlaleni Catering, in the next 10 years? What is the vision that you have for that business?
Doctor, I'm planning to develop further and gain more experience in catering and decoration. That is why I spoke about Rolani Msisinyanwa Bold Pearl. She's the one who's assisting me a lot. Presently, I've got 25 employees
Wow.
that are part-time. And we've got 4 full-time employees. So we are looking at expanding this business so that we can employ more people. Our people, our country, and job scarcity is very serious. So if I can
Absolutely.
expand the business, and I think with the support that I'm having from the family, from the relatives, from my friends, we'll be able to pull that one. So I'm hoping that in the next 5 to 10 years, we'll be employing more than 50 people.
Wow.
We're standing at 25 now, part-time, and then 4 full-time.
Wow. Man, job creation.
Talking expansion. And on that note,
You know what I like
uh,
about the team that I'm having? Even if I can go away for 2 weeks, I'm not around. And I get a call, some people want me to cater or decorate for them. They stay with the girl who's staying at Zoda's place. She stays with the business card. I'll just tell her that somebody wants to be assisted with catering. They will do everything as if I'm there.
Wow. Wow.
wow.
Wow.
Yo,
The
talk about
trust and the relationship that we're having with these people, they've become the family actually.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sure.
Mandla, I'm learning something here. I'm learning something. When you invest in your people, when you trust your people, you actually harvest, the same. I mean, I think there is a lot that we actually learn, just from this conversation.
Yeah.
I hope, those people out there, if you have employees, Mandla, you included, my sister, I'm wondering if I were to meet your employees, what is it that they will say about you?
Yeah.
Will they, say the things that, we are hearing? I mean, we are learning. Myself included as well. I think, it's a challenge to say we need to actually take care of, our employees. They will also take care of us.
Yeah, no,
Yo.
we have a lot to ponder. We have a lot to ponder on, honestly speaking. But you know what? The purpose is to inspire and to learn and to share our African experiences with each other, coming from the horse's mouth. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us go on a short ad break. And when we come back, we will now want to hear more about the future plans of Nwamulaleni Catering Services.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know, this is the last quarter of our show. This is the African Experience with me, NGWENYA. I'm not alone, but I'm walking, you know, with the Mandla AVENTINA MABUNDA. We are celebrating Women's Day in style. We are talking about the legacy that lives on. Our guest for tonight is Sesi Deborah. Sesi Deborah. And we are talking about the legacy that her sister started some many years ago, and she took the baton and she's running it with the support from family and the support, you know, from friends. Ooh, Sesi Deborah, this is very, very exciting. You know, when we are talking about beautiful things and when we are having fun, the time, yeah, to and I'm looking at our time, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
but anyway, perhaps tomorrow is Women's Day. What is the message that you have? Maybe let's start with the people that you are working with and the message that you have for women in South Africa in general.
Okay, for the women in South Africa, Doctor, what I can say is that women are a source of inspiration for a family and for the society. And I can say, I would like to say Happy Women's Day to all women. And Dr. Women's Day is an amazing opportunity to remind ourselves as women that fighting for our ladies is a very important thing to do. As women, we should support every woman around you and respect everything they do because women deserve to be respected. And to the ladies that I'm working with, actually, I'm saying ladies because I only have one boy, one young man.
Okay.
The rest of the team are women. I would like to say thank you so much for the fabulous job that they are doing. And just to let them know that their continuous hard work is noticed and appreciated, and it's really making a difference. And above all, I love them. Yes.
Yeah, I hope they hear it somewhere there. Mandla.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's rare that I become speechless, dog. There's a lot of things that are going through my mind. But you know what, Ceci? Thank you. And like someone says, I
And
think
I also want to share something with you, Doctor and Mandla. Zodwa had passion with this. Her passion is unmatched. So I think treating your clients, yes, her passion was unmatched. And when we started taking on her business forward, I could see that people don't have trust on us. But we had to work hard to prove ourselves. And treating your clients with respect, that's what I saw her doing. Zodwa akaria mandla wangitiva ne. Mara when it comes to her clients, she was always treating her clients with respect. And most importantly, treating the workers with respect also. Ensure that by doing that, treating your workers with respect, you ensure that they are diligent with what they do. And they are the ones who will protect the business because they treat the business as their own. Meaning, loko ni vula leswi ni lava ku mi komba ku ri passion na respect hi swona swi endlaka ku ri business ri kula ri ya emahlweni. Like I told you, I have not changed the workers since my sister left us. Only 2 workers left at the beginning. So they left on their own. Instead, I've kept all those workers, and the new workers, there are only 3. And the 3, the siblings, that's some of the workers that are there. They are not just strangers. They are siblings. One is sibling here, the girl who's arranging flowers, and then one is a daughter to one lady who has been working there for a long time. One is a new person learning kombelantiro. I think ka Facebook this girl unati challenges palekaya and she needs help. She's still young. She's afraid to go to Johannesburg. So I was here number ka Facebook. So I called this girl. And believe you me, she's one lovely young lady. She works so hard. We've been with her for about 3 months now, and she hasn't disappointed us.
Wow. There's a lot that I'm learning from this conversation, Mandla and Sister Deborah. I'm learning about, and I agree with Dr. MABUNDA there, where she's saying today's show is a perfect example that if you want your legacy to live on, you must invest in others. That is true, and I think that is. And I think that is the lesson that I'm learning today, that, invest in others, then your legacy will live on. But also your heart, Deborah, embracing people. And I see also the family ties that you are actually building, with this legacy. This is so beautiful. Ooh, Mandla.
Yeah,
I just want to say.
Yeah, we are learning so much. And what I also want to ask our guests today, Iko, how do you balance it all? You, in the beginning, you said you're a mother, you're a grandmother, you're an aunt, you're a sister. Now you've been gifted this beautiful vehicle that you're driving to success and more success. How do you balance it all? What do you do to unwind?
To be honest, Mandla, unwind. Yaleyo anina wona nkarhi wa ku unwind. I'm always busy. And then when loko swi ta ka the family partner, I think I'm so fortunate ya ku ri ni nga vula ku ri ni na voko ra vanhu vo tirha. I've got a full-time nanny who's very good. So loko ni nga ri kona ni ye ku tirheni, I don't have to worry ku ri ni tshama na xitukulwana xa mina ku ri xi sala na mani, because my nanny is excellent when it comes to looking after my grandchild. So with that one, I don't have a problem. But my friends will tell you ku ri a ni swi koti, a na ha ri na wona nkarhi wa ku socialize. What I've realized is that this business will take all of your time.
Absolutely.
And loko wo ka i nga ti nyiketili ka ku investa vutomi bya wena ka business, then the business will collapse.
Absolutely.
Because you can plan something nakati na randu, and then ukuma ku ri mina I'm not available on that weekend ya ku ri we plan to get away. Mara what I appreciate is that my friends understand.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I really, really want to appreciate you, Deborah, because I don't think that it's luck. That now you are working with these people and they are loyal, and now you are talking about your helper who's also loyal. I don't think it's luck. It has something to do with also how you treat them. And I think, I say, I kind of lift my thumbs up, for how you are actually doing it. I see here, maybe let me acknowledge, there is Julie and Numalo who's saying, wow, this is really, really powerful. So now, maybe the last thing, I'm sure if there are people who might be interested, in getting, you to do something for them, where do they get you? How do they go about in terms of, contacting you? And yeah, just give us, an example of how people should actually contact you. How do you get to actually, how should I put it? Yeah, how do they get your services? Let me put it that way. Is it the same way for any event, or how?
In most cases, when we are rendering services, we distribute our business cards. And I got the business cards, kuna my email, kuna the phone numbers ta mina timbirhi, and also ka page learning ana rona ka Facebook. But then somebody told me kuri the way ni advertiser kukona it's wrong. Ni fanele ni name yiva the ni name business yingaviri Deborah Zandile Shilenge. So it's something that I still need to correct. But we've got business cards leti hiti distributor ku loko hi ri ka ti-funerals or hi ri ka mucato.
Okay. Wow. Before we even get, I saw, Sesi Rose Chavalala is also listening, and she's saying powerful and so inspiring. Sesi Zora was my mentor. May her legacy continue to the next level. Wow. There are so many people that, she really. But we also have Sesi Danisa Waka Kosa. Thank you so much, Sesi Danisa, for always tuning in. Pelau and Lasona here, Deborah. Keep up, there's other legacy, Sesi. So people are really, really saying thumbs up. So don't doubt yourself. We are with you, and the legacy is really moving on. But also, maybe just here, so that our DJ Messi can actually publicize your contact detail. Where can people find you? And DJ Messi here.
Okay, the phone number stamina is 076 640
640
4076.
4076. Okay.
And then the other one is 072
072
149
149
0580.
0580.
Yes.
Okay, and I think she's gonna put. Yes, Mandla. Over to you, my
Yeah,
sister.
no. No, this is powerful indeed. I think the word that I also have is powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope we have learned something powerful today. I hope we're inspired to leave a legacy in whatever field or calling or purpose that we've been called to do on this earth. I hope we're going to apply our minds and see what legacy we are planning to leave for when we are no more. Ceci, before we let you go, we want you to talk to the people that are listening out there. We have a slot towards the end of our show where we say, what are your parting shots? What is in your mind and what do you want the people to know?
What I would like to say to the people, especially the people who are continuing to support us, is to say thank you so much. And another thing, whatever you put your mind in, if you want to do it, you can achieve your goals. And hard work. And being loyal to people. It's not only people who are supposed to be loyal to you. You have to be loyal to your clients so that your clients can be loyal to you and the people who are working for you can also be loyal to you. Kahle loyalty.
Absolutely. 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 You know, that is a beautiful parting shot. And this is something that I'm learning as well. Loyalty, it's something that will actually pay off. Thank you so much for our listeners out there. Thank you so much for DJ Mercy for always, pulling the, the strings, behind, those closed doors. But we also want to thank our producers, Pastor Strike. Oh, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have time for tonight. And stay tuned on Bold Move Radio and African Experience, because next week we continue to celebrate, beautiful women as we go and continue and celebrate this month of August. Thank you so much, and to my co-host here, Manda Wakamabunda. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Streaming 24/7.
24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Afrika, nakupenda sana. Oh, Afrika, nakupenda sana.